Hello and welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
What's going up, Nelson?
Oh, you've done it. Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say what's going on, and I was going to lose my shit. I was going to get so angry because you've gone for so many weeks without saying it. But you've still kept a clean record.
Yeah, and you haven't answered my question.
The helium goes up.
Yes, very well. That was the one and only answer.
It's a trivia question. But before we get into it,
I was ready to get into it, but you've now put you've hit the brake on this podcast with whatever you're about to say.
Yeah.
Just know that.
It's very important as well. Anywho, I was... just earlier today, I went to the supermarket downstairs, and I went to... and I was coming down the lift,
sure,
and there was somebody else in there with me. And we got to the bottom and of the ground floor, can't go any lower.
Yeah.
And we go to exit, and the guy says to me, "All right, see you later." And then we hadn't said anything while we were in the elevator going down until we hit the bottom, and then he said, "All right, see you later."
Right.
And I was like, yeah, see ya. And then we kept walking the same direction for a good 20 meters. Maybe more. And I thought we were going to get into the same lift again. And for all I know, we were going to get into the same lift, but he decided to avert just because it would be super awkward.
Yeah, so do you think that he just walked around the corner, waited for you to get in the lift, and then came back and got in that same lift?
Yeah.
Because he'd done it by speaking.
Yeah. No. What is your thoughts on elevator etiquette?
Okay, well, this is a question I have about elevator etiquette. How far away is someone... how far away is too far away to hold the door for someone?
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes you see someone coming and you hold the door and you're like, oh, here we go. And then it's really trying to close on you because you've been doing it for way too long. Yeah. Is there an acceptable distance?
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's basically I don't know how to describe it in meters. But it's I have a distance in mind where I'm like...
Right, okay, well, that doesn't help at all.
If it's basically if the doors can close and go up, I reckon, one floor, by the time somebody would get there, then you just wave to them as the doors close.
And they'll call out, "I understand."
Yeah. But see, I hate in our building all the old people here because they want to... make conversation.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to talk to any of them.
So sometimes, because I wear the AirPods and they're very small,
I
think sometimes people don't realize I'm wearing headphones.
Yeah.
So there's been several times I've turned around and seen people talk to me about, "Oh, sorry, well, what?"
They just think you're a rude asshole.
I think they do, honestly.
Yeah. But I hate the idea of and I reckon it's not the first time it's happened to me where I've gotten to a lift, haven't said anything to anybody, and then upon exiting, they're like, "Hey, see you later. Well, have a good one." It's what are you...
So you don't feel that necessary?
No. What? Why does anybody need to? It's not an important part of society to just say hello when you're in the lift together. It's fine. It's just perfectly okay to not say anything to anybody.
So I find that I will say, have a good night or whatever. Say if it is a circumstance in which they've held the door for me or something like that, and I'm like, "Oh, thank you very much."
Yeah.
And there's been some kind of interaction in some way. Then I feel it necessary to end that interaction.
Yeah.
By going, "All right, well, have a good night," when they get off.
Yeah, that's fair, I think.
But if nothing has been said at the start of the elevator ride, nothing should be said at the end of the elevator ride. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I like it.
Exactly. Let's implement that.
Okay.
I'll put a sign in the lobby.
Either don't talk ever,
Yeah.
or talk the whole time.
Or you've got one of two options.
Yes, don't talk to me.
I also think it's funny. I mean, maybe I'm just a horrible person who doesn't give a shit about anybody else. But I've been in conversations with because there's grandmothers here and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've gotten to conversations where they talk about their grandkids. Like, I was just out with the grandkids and, I'm so tired. It's hard to keep up with them. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I will never see you again in my life, possibly. So stop talking about your stupid grandchildren. All right?
And this new listener of the show is why Nelson is considered the villain of the show. I actually help all the old people into the elevator.
Okay.
And then if they're really struggling, I help them into their apartment.
Okay.
And then I rob it blind.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Maybe I should be stuck.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, all right, tell me about your stupid grandkids. And I'll help you inside. Where's your valuables, by the way?
You're just pocketing jewelry and stuff, being like, oh, yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
He sounds great.
Yeah. Any pearl necklaces? I heard old people have pearls. It's an old people's thing, right?
Pearls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen a young person have pearls. It's always old people.
I picture old people or very, very fancy people. With a backless dress going to the Met Gala or something like that. And then pearls.
All right.
Because I feel like the pearls that old people have probably aren't expensive proper pearls.
Yeah, they're probably just white stones.
Yeah, just shiny objects put on the
their
street.
Grandchildren found in the backyard and put a piece of fishing line through the middle of them.
And I think, because maybe I think of pearls as fancy people thing, because famously in all the comics and the movies, that's what the thief steals off Batman's mum.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, they're fancy necklace, are they?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, that's a good point. And she's old. She's probably not that old.
She's late 30s.
Yeah. Well, it's older than me.
Older than us. Anyone older than us is old. And anyone younger than us, too young.
Too young. We're in this really fine sort of area of what's acceptable. I mean, you're younger than me, and I'm older than you, so...
This partnership's over.
Alrighty. Kemba, let's get into Reddit on Reddit.
Okay.
This is by Mad as a Hatter. Facebook has been criticized for allowing a 16-year-old child bride in South Sudan to be auctioned off to the highest bidder on its platform. Her father received 500 cows, 2 luxury cars, 2 bikes, a boat, some mobile phones, and $13,800 in exchange for his daughter.
Wow. So what, was this on Facebook Market? That tab that no one ever visits? Is that what's happening on there?
I think it must have been. Which, by the way, I find that marketplace very convenient.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I always get notifications from it being like, you might like this.
I turned off the notifications. Do that. Okay. That's annoying.
After the podcast, show me how to do it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because I never use it. No, that's a lie. I once used it to try and sell something. There's an option when you're putting it on Gumtree. When I opened Facebook, obviously they're sharing data or something. It's like, do you want to sell it on here? So I was like, okay. And then every single person on the Facebook market was an asshole. So I just took it off.
Really?
But it was just
I mean, I don't feel like that's... because it's like, if you've got Facebook, you're an asshole.
No, but I think it's because it comes through your Facebook messages. Whereas I feel like in Gumtree, it's a little bit filtered. You log on to Gumtree and you'll see some inbox things and you might check them. But my phone just kept going off with people just trying to undercut me. Hundreds and thousands of... Oh, not hundreds of
wow, thousands. You got a lot of interest.
It was when I was selling my big camera. So it was up there for a few $1,000s.
Yeah.
And people just offering me way undervalued price for it. Yeah. But for some reason on Facebook, way worse.
Okay. Yeah, I guess everybody that has Facebook is an asshole.
That's the logical...
Factually correct.
That's the logical explanation to what has occurred.
Do you know, we might have mentioned this previously on the podcast, but I only just found out the other day that Facebook is for old people.
Yeah.
I thought I was still a cool...
Nelson, it's all about Instagram.
Young guy.
It's all about Instagram.
Yeah, but Instagram is all got these bloody... not decent women showing too much skin. And I got problems with it.
The usership of Facebook is pretty steadily declined to the point where they did a survey I think it was people between 16 and I'm going to say 30, but I just made that up.
Yeah.
But it was around that. It was around that range of people. So like essentially millennials.
Yeah.
And apparently something like 78% of them had deleted the Facebook app entirely from their devices, like off their phones and whatever. Because it's like, don't use it.
16 to 30.
Yeah.
And it's that high.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have felt like that would have been bigger news, almost. Because that's a ton of people.
Well, Facebook don't want you to know it, do they?
Yeah, I know, but...
and where do you get all your news from? You don't go to news websites.
What?
You're like, where do you get your news from? You probably get it from Facebook.
Or Reddit. I normally get
Reddit.
Reddit.
Yeah. This shows
Wait,
about
are you
Reddit.
saying because I haven't seen it pop up in a news feed?
Yeah.
Is why I've just been blinded. I've got these narrow blinders on, and I've only look at Facebook news. And if it's not Facebook news, it's not newsworthy.
Yeah.
That's what I've always said. In fact.
And you said fake news, snake news. And
Yes.
I said, Nelson, that doesn't make sense. And then you jumped out the window.
Yeah.
That was a confusing Christmas.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's huge. The decline of young people on Facebook.
I still think that's ridiculous. I honestly think that's a made up statistic. Like that's way too high.
Again, that was me like rattling off half remembered things. But because it's part of
7%. Oh.
no, it's shockingly big.
Yeah,
it's big
yeah.
enough that because it's my job.
Yeah.
And I told that to my boss, and he went, "Phew."
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, but doesn't Facebook own like Instagram anyway?
Yes.
That stuff?
Yeah. So essentially, they win.
Yeah.
Because that's where all the young people are going.
Like,
is
oh
with
no,
Instagram.
don't go on Facebook.
Yeah.
Suckers. Can't run away from
what
Mark
has happened
Zuckerberg.
is after the whole Russian election data breach thing.
Yeah.
People just seem to have lost faith in it. Essentially.
Yeah.
Even though they use a platform from the same company.
Yeah, which makes it funnier that it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's just a whole bunch of ignorant people being like,
it looks
I
like
don't trust Facebook, but this Instagram,
it's all right.
Oh boy, I bet you they're not selling my information. But yeah, that wasn't anything to do with the
No,
topic.
this is about a bride that was sold.
Yeah, she was sold from.
That's horrible.
Well, is it though?
Yeah, because he should have sold her on Instagram.
There's so much more traction on that. Okay, her father received 500 cars, 2 luxury cars, 2 bikes, a boat, some mobile phones. Some mobile phones? Hey, what do you get off from me? Oh, look, I got these cars, luxury cars, 2 bikes, a boat, $13,800.
Yeah.
I'll throw on these mobile phones.
It definitely seems like like he's just kept like raising his eyebrows.
Yeah. Like,
And essentially he just opened a drawer. He's like, here are all the old iPhones I didn't throw out.
Here's a
when
Nokia 3310.
when I upgraded. Do you want some mobile phones? He's like, that's the last thing I needed. Yes. I just needed one more thing, and it was some mobile phones.
And it was some mobile phones. I've had this iPhone 5 for way too long now. And I'd just like an upgrade.
All I want is the iPhone X. That's all I've wanted.
Yeah.
And obviously 2 luxury cars, a boat, some bikes.
Yeah. I think...
And by the way, criticism completely fair.
what?
Says Facebook has been facing criticism for allowing this.
Yeah.
Completely fair.
Actually, do you know what? I was thinking about this, and this is something that I was going to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Because...
Were you expecting me to say something? You left a pause,
No.
but I had nothing to say.
No, it was dramatic.
Okay.
It's for dramatic effect. Is it? It was like for people to think about it for a second, contemplate. Wait a second, is it bad for Facebook to do this? All I'm saying is...
How old was the bride? 16?
Yeah. Old enough to have kids, old enough to be sold as a bride. That's the rules of nature.
I'm
Cambo.
assuming here she's an unwilling participant.
How do you know? Maybe the mobile phones are for her.
Ooh. Maybe she got some mobile phones.
Yeah, she's like, you can have the cars and stuff, but I really want
Some mobile phones.
I want to get Instagram, and it's not accepting older versions of phones, so I would like a new phone. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay,
Are you saying that like if it's a cultural thing?
Yeah, if it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's just always like in Indian culture, there's a lot of arranged marriages.
Yeah.
it's almost the equivalent of selling it off, really, right? Because it's the gain that you get is meant to be like status from another family and stuff. It may be a little bit old-fashioned. I know it doesn't happen as regularly these days, but I think that was kind of the purpose of it.
Yeah.
Even like actually not even, but like medieval times. It was like about joining of families and stuff like that, and
that's when like a family name meant anything.
Yeah.
Not today. I mean, people were like, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, my family, if you look up the history of the Campbell name, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't want to be associated with it. They murdered so many people.
Yeah. And they probably forced the marriage of so many families so that their name would be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you can't hunt us down if we're family. We're going to steal your daughter.
Do you reckon, this is a little bit off topic, but do you think the the value of a family name thing kind of ended with like World War II? There'll be a lot of people whose families were involved in World War II that you probably wouldn't want to look too much into in case they're on the wrong side.
Oh, okay. You say people just stopped looking into it.
Yeah, be like, oh, who cares about the family history today? Let's just move on with this new version of the family.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe a lot of new names and stuff. Why don't you change your last name? You can do that, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm lazy.
Yeah. But that is what you could change your last name to.
Lazy.
Then people would know. Like, hey, I'm Michael Lazy. And don't even spell lazy right, because you're so lazy.
I would...
Lazee. Do it that way.
That's longer.
Yeah. Okay.
I know. I would want to... I would... Laz. I would want to change my middle name to Lazy. So then you could always say, well, Lazy is my middle name.
Oh, yeah, that's good. But then also make it your last name.
Yeah.
So you can say, Lazy is my middle name and my last name, because I wanted to reiterate how lazy I was. It's, in fact, the most I've done with my life.
It's like that, there's a classic Dimitri Martin joke where he's talking about people with two middle names. He said, what's your middle name? And this person said, I have two middle names. And I said, no, you have no middle names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. If you got 4, you need 5 if you have a middle name.
If you're giving your kid 2 middle names, you need to give them a third middle name. So it still has a middle name.
They got a middle name. They've got just 2 first and 2 last names, I guess. It's very confusing. Anyway, all I'm saying is that if it wasn't on Facebook, wouldn't it have just been somewhere else anywhere?
Right. Gumtree.
It would be on Gumtree.
Yeah.
Or something maybe worse. Maybe the person who did this was a billionaire in the United States. Maybe it was Mark Zuckerberg.
He had all those mobile phones.
He has got so many mobile phones. Probably luxury cars. Probably 2 bikes, a boat. This is all stuff Mark Zuckerberg owns.
Do you think Mark Zuckerberg
definitely
sourced all of that off the Facebook marketplace?
Yeah, and then just transferred it all to this guy for the bride. And he's probably doing it for some altruistic reason.
Yeah.
So
she's going to develop a new emoji set or something.
Think about these things.
Oh, okay. So
also, I don't really understand the idea of like trading physical things. Wouldn't I just be like, I just want all of what you're going to give me, but in money?
So instead, no, okay. So you're saying instead of don't give me 2 luxury cars, give me enough money to buy 2 luxury cars.
Yeah. Give me what they're worth.
I will go and buy 2 luxury cars.
Well, I imagine it could be like, well, maybe I don't need 2 luxury cars.
Yeah, because I would be happy with 1 luxury car.
1 luxury car would be fine. Or like 4 mediocre, like still top of the range.
Do you think it's a tax thing? Because then, say he gives this guy 2 luxury cars. And the guy's like, I've already got a luxury car. I'm going to sell these 2 luxury cars.
Yeah.
But then he gets stuck with stamp duty.
Oh, yeah.
See what I'm saying? There's all the little hidden costs.
Okay. Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure...
That's why I threw in the mobile phones.
I've never sold a boat. But I imagine there's a lot of like fees and taxes that come with selling a boat.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I feel like...
But if you just give it...
Yeah. Is there something to do with gifting big things like that as well? Maybe not.
Look,
I don't know. Probably not.
I'm not an accountant, but it's all fine.
In South
Gifts
Sudan,
are fine.
It's fine. Alrighty. Well, good. I'm glad we worked that one out.
Yes,
Did
it's
we?
solved.
I don't know what The message of that was go to Instagram.
Yeah.
Buy your child brides off Instagram. Okay, let's go to Today I Learned. So now it's time for Today I Learned. Let's play the intro to that. Today I Learned. This Today I Learned is by Cordy and V. Today I learned that the drink 8 glasses of water a day is based on a 1945 recommendation that had no medical basis. The current recommendation is drink when you are thirsty, unless you are outside on a hot day or are elderly. Oh Jesus! Or are elderly, then drink a bit more.
Yeah. This got debunked quite a while ago, didn't it? It's one of those, like, there's so many things you learnt growing up that are just not true.
Yeah.
Did we ever get to the bottom of whether you can swim after eating? I remember we talked about it a few episodes ago.
What was that?
The myth of, like, being able to swim after you eat. I remember we talked about it. I don't think we ever got to the bottom of it. My suspicion was that it's never
You thought
true.
it was a conspiracy from adults.
Yes.
I didn't. I thought it was because you would get. I thought it was maybe true that you get a stitch or something. But no, I don't know if we worked it out.
And there's the what is it? The grammatic rule. A before E except after C.
I before E.
Sorry, what did I say?
Yeah. You've heard of one that I can confirm now is false.
Sorry, yeah. I before A. Except after B. That's
J,
what I was thinking about.
I after J. It rhymes. I remember.
I before E except after C.
Yes. There's more exceptions to the rule than the rule itself.
So much so that they now in school curriculum stuff they say don't actually.
They don't teach that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I always think it's funny when somebody brings that up. And
I think
it corrects somebody's spelling, and it's like, well, I mean, that's only for this instance, sure.
So with this thing, right, the 8 glasses of water a day myth, seems like a doctor had been put on the spot and he didn't expect it. Where he's like, you should be drinking a lot of water a day to be healthy, like in some conference, and some guys just going, how many? And then everyone's looked at him and he's gone, 8. Everyone's like, everyone wrote it down.
Liters? Mils?
Glasses. 8 glasses. And
that's vague, but we'll run with it.
Everyone's got it written down. He's been like, phew, thank God. Okay.
I bet you that won't come up again. It's totally fine.
Because what size is a glass? You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's definitely the point. Maybe he meant just like shot glasses.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like, probably if you do 8 shots of water, you'll need equal to or more water.
It could have also been misconstrued where he's like, you need to drink when you're thirsty. For me, that's about 8 glasses of water. People have been like, oh, I get it.
Oh, 8 glasses of water. Yeah, I see. That is pretty ridiculous. Because I remember, and I still hear people say that, I reckon, it's sometimes. Or not even necessarily 8 glasses, but like X amount of liters is what you're meant to have in a day. And I remember like trying this at one point in my life and just needing to pee all the time and feeling miserable. Yeah. Like, this can't be right. I feel like this shouldn't be right.
Isn't drinking a lot of water, isn't it a method to flush out your body? Because you do urinate a lot. So, for instance, when I did my very original, the gym challenge thing that I do, they said for the first 2 weeks, try and drink too much water, like a little bit too much than you normally have.
Yes.
And you're going to pee a lot. And I did. But it helped me like get off sugar and stuff like that, because it was just literally kind of flushing out. I mean, urine is kind of toxins in your body escaping. Anyway, the point is, after 2 weeks of peeing a lot, it felt pretty good.
I mean, I think that's like the whole
also,
idea
my pee was,
of
like, super
detoxing is like not true. So if that was what they were going on with the water, I know that it obviously like it keeps you very well hydrated. So I know, for example, like athletes, will, because I know AFL players actually, they like a week before they're playing a game or a few days before, they're told to just drink water, nothing else, and you need to pee clear. The idea is like you pee clear, and then you're going to be hydrated enough for the game to like last longer.
Yep.
But I don't know if it has anything to do with detoxing. I'm pretty sure that's like, you know how those like lemon detox things came out? I remember there was a thing that was like, what? Don't do this. It's so unhealthy. It is so unhealthy
for a while, and I don't know what it was, but several people that we knew were doing juice detox cleanses.
Yeah, I know.
And they were all miserable the whole time. They just had grocery bags full of juices that they were carrying around everywhere. Yeah. But these were intelligent people.
Well, we thought they were.
But like, how much water do you drink a day, do you think?
I don't know. I reckon I used to drink a lot, and I don't drink as much anymore. I don't know. But I normally only drink water. I don't normally drink other stuff.
I'm the same, but I drink a lot, I think.
Yeah.
I reckon on average I drink about 3 liters a day.
Okay. Yeah, that's quite a bit.
It's a fair bit. I have a big 750ml bottle that I keep on my desk.
Yeah.
I normally drink one of them, but before I get to work, I've gone through one. I normally drink about 3 of them, maybe even 4 of them throughout the day.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Stop drinking water.
Okay.
Did you hear about there was a challenge called Wii for a Wii when the Nintendo Wii came out?
Right.
And
you had to urinate?
You had to not urinate. That was kind of... I know they called it Wii for a Wii, but you were meant to not Wii. Look, I don't know. It's crazy. It's those crazy Japanese people creating their crazy Wii Nintendo... Actually, I think this was in America, so not the Japanese.
Okay, so I was going to say, you might have been able to like blame Google Translate or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Where it translated and they're like, you've missed out one of the... It doesn't matter, you've got the signs printed.
Yeah.
We'll just do Wii for a Wii.
We'll just run with it.
They should have called it Wii for a Wii, brackets don't.
Yeah.
I think that's the clearest way you could do it.
Yeah, maybe it was in brackets don't.
Yeah.
Wii for a Wii.
No, I want it at the end.
Okay. Wii for a Wii, don't. Okay.
Well, but then don't...
We've already printed the signs, I guess.
I forgot to mention this. Don't has a question mark. Wii for a Wii. Don't.
Don't?
Yeah.
Wait, shouldn't it be an exclamation mark? Don't.
No. I want a question mark. I don't know how much clearer I can make this. Wii for a Wii. Don't. I think we all understand.
Well, look, it's much clearer than Wii for a Wii. Okay, when the aim is to not Wii. Anyway, the point was... so this is like, I know America somewhere, and it was like everybody in a hall, and they were all, it was just like a water drinking competition.
Yeah.
And the last person to pee won. Mm-hmm. And then turns out that a woman, I think, died because the water, she drank so much water that it diluted so much of like the vitamins and minerals and everything your body needs so much, and because she wasn't expelling any, that something happened. I don't understand the human body, and she died.
The ultimate detox of life.
Yeah.
She detoxed all the life out of her body.
She detoxed all the life. So, if anything...
It's not worth it for a Wii.
It's not. Well,
I mean, a PlayStation 4 Pro, maybe. Because that's...
With chucking the VR headset
and
some mobile phones, and you've got yourself a deal. I mean, I don't think anybody thought there was a risk of death when they started.
Can you imagine... you work for Nintendo.
Yeah.
And you've been like, I have a fun little competition. It's called Wii for a Wii Don't.
Yeah. Okay.
And
shouldn't the don't be at the front?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You tell your boss.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, yeah, go ahead. And then you come back after the weekend, and the boss is like, how'd that thing go? How'd the Wii for the Wii go?
Yeah.
And you have to be like, well, yeah, we had a winner.
Yeah.
One pretty big loser as well. Yeah. Just a little thing.
Yeah.
Just one, I don't know, one death.
Yeah. Oh, death.
Yeah, I mean, just the winner, though, he was very, very happy. Yeah. Family of the victim, very sad.
Well, wouldn't the person who died be the winner if they didn't pee?
Unless Unless the last thing that they did.
Yeah.
Because they say sometimes when you die, you evacuate your bowels.
Yeah.
And then,
they just would have peed so
and then
much.
the judge would have gone, very close.
Okay.
You're real close. But,
so close, but you didn't. No, but I think the story was, it was the person who won.
oh.
That's the worst.
Do you think their
Don't
family,
even get to enjoy the
Do you
Wii.
think their family got so many Wiis after that?
Like, oh, here's
Or would you not want it?
Here's a reminder of the
Yeah.
death of
Your mum died for this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, what would you...
I mean,
What
if
would
it
you
was the
give
mum,
them?
I think the kids would be like, yeah, well, we'll take the Wii.
I'm going to say no to a Wii.
I mean, that was the whole point.
Chuck in a Wii Sports, obviously.
I'm going to feel bad when I'm much older that we made our mum enter this competition because we
true.
knew she had the biggest bladder of all of us.
It would be a dick move.
Yeah.
Like, your mum died for this, so here's the Wii. And then be like, you know what? Don't really want it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm more of an Xbox guy.
Yeah, that's right. You would have to be a Nintendo fan game for your entire life.
I don't know if this says something about either our laziness or that we both, I guess, have like just an... I mean, none of us particularly have like a high income or anything, but which we have an average income.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't inconvenience myself in any way for a free Wii. I just buy one. If they were like, look, a Wii is $199 or whatever it might have been. Or if you hold your bladder for 48 hours and get one for free, I'd be like, I'll just pay for it. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, you're a bit of a party pooper, you know.
I'm just saying.
I think it's like part of the fun, you know.
That doesn't sound fun.
You know
what would be a laugh?
But you can
if none of us pee.
But you can give up. I think that's kind of the thing. You know, it's like a challenge. Have you ever done a challenge?
Yes.
Normally challenges are like challenging, you know? But it's like the enjoyment of doing it. It's like nobody enjoys a marathon. There is not one person who enjoys a marathon.
Unless they're some kind of psychopath.
Yeah, psychopaths enjoy marathons, but that's it. Psychopaths also enjoy killing people.
And holding in their pee.
Yeah, that's
These are the
right.
things that psychopaths like.
No, but I do actually agree with you. I think that's totally... Because I remember at PAX when I was there, they had a Maxi Bun station, you know, like cookie ice cream thing.
Maxi Buns. I've been around the street, mate.
Okay. I've had one or two. I've
been around the block a couple of times.
I'd like to admit something to you. I've never had a Maxi Bun.
I've only ever had one.
Well,
let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay.
Look.
The concept for me just seems like it would be a terrible.
You don't like the half ice cream, half cookie.
But also, like, to hold it...
What side do you hold it on?
Yeah, what side do I hold it on?
You hold it on the cookie side.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like my hand is still going to get gross.
You get... Look,
it's like what?
You get some melted chocolate residue on your fingers, sure.
Yeah, that's not what I want at all.
It's a real Frankenstein of a creation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being like... we want a cookie and an ice cream in the same thing. But that's the laziest way to ever make it. Just put one on one side and one on the other. There's no mixture of the two at all.
I mean, there's cookies and cream. It is an ice cream flavor. Like, no, wait. Let's separate that more.
It's like, I feel like, let's say it's Streets that owns it.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, your project is the cookie and ice cream combination food. Yeah. And the guy's like, yeah, I'll nail it.
Yeah.
And then the night before, he forgot he had to present. And then he just quickly stuck a cookie onto he cut an ice cream in half and then stuck a cookie on it.
Yeah, with glue.
It was like, this is mine. It's just half of this and half of that. And the guys were like, look, Phil.
Genius.
We'll put it into market and we'll see how it goes, but you know that you've done bad. And then they just sold really well. Yeah. And they've been like, you're real lucky, Phil. I really want to fire you. I want to fire you so bad.
But anyway, there was a
What was this about?
There was a Maxi Bun eating competition at PAX.
Right.
And it was for a Nintendo Switch, I think it was. Oh no, it was for any console.
Okay, I was going to say Nintendo. Stop doing things to get into debt.
But you had to
Russian roulette for the new Nintendo Switch.
But the idea was you had to eat it the fastest of that day.
Okay.
And or maybe the fastest in the all of PAX than that person might say. I don't know, like that. But I was like, I don't I don't want to go up there and shove this cookie and ice cream combination in my mouth and eat it as fast as I can. Like that sounds like a horrible thing to do with something enjoyable. So I'm not going to do that. It's all these people just like, you can see them like stuffing it in their mouth, eating as fast as they can. They seem miserable. It's a terrible idea.
But then you could win any console. Would you pick one that's really hard to get?
A hard console to get.
Yeah, like I want a Sega Dreamcast. I'm like, man, we don't have one of those.
I mean, they didn't
you said any console.
I know I said any console, but they meant you can choose a PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo Switch. I don't think you could go up there and say, you would go Super Nintendo. I think they're worth a lot of money.
No, you go, I want the original Apple II. The one that they presented in San Diego all those years ago. I want that one.
How about just the Apple?
Ooh, no,
Apple. Wait, no, that's worse.
To cleanse the palate after that Maxibon.
Yeah. Okay, here's another one, right? But it's kind of on the same topic.
Okay. Did you just run out of notes? Did you just hit copy and paste?
No, they were just too similar. And look, just listen. Okay. This is by Ace Man Cometh. Today I learned the idea that eating carrots helps you see in the dark was a lie invented by the British Air Force in World War II in order to explain how British air raids were so successful in the dark without tipping the Germans off on the existence of radar. That's interesting.
Yeah, that one's better.
That one is better.
Because in the show we don't normally rate and judge the things, but that one is better than the last one.
Look, Cordy and V, yours sucked. Ace Man Cometh, great. Okay?
And now, if you want to dispute this, you have to fight each other.
Yes. There is. You know there's like a Reddit court?
No, I want physical fight.
Okay, physical fight.
Like fisticuffs.
We can do that too. Yeah. To the death?
Nah.
Or is it just water drinking competition?
Just until one of them, like boxing rules. Like if you can't get back to your feet.
Okay.
I'd be happy with that.
What is the incentive for them to win? Because they might go, well, I don't want to go in there. Like, I don't want to drink water in this water drinking competition. I don't want to box this other person.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
A Nintendo Wii.
Oh! Yeah. Now you're going to sell people on that.
Uh-huh.
Not the Nintendo Switch, the new one. Just the Wii.
They're so much cheaper now.
Yeah, they are way cheaper. Ever since the Switch came out. Oh, boy. And not the Wii U that was a failure of a console. Okay, but I thought that was really interesting because it is more interesting in the sense that the 8 glass of water thing, that's just like, that was just somebody making it up.
But this had a reason, like an actual misdirect.
Yeah.
Because that would have been so frustrating.
Yeah.
If you were trying to be like, how did they do it? And then you hear that they're eating carrots.
Yeah.
Because then you're just like, stupid Germans eating so many carrots.
I know, it's so funny, isn't it? I would love that if there was just this like, this famine of carrots in Germany for a while. It's like, we need our troops.
Because in like the heat of war, they would have got that transmission. They would like intercepted that transmission being like, they said it's carrots. Look, it's probably not true.
Yeah.
But we should try it.
But they're pretty accurate with their airstrikes is all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, if that turned out to be true and we didn't try it, we're going to feel like
we would have egg on our face. Yeah, that's right.
Because apparently egg also helps you see in the dark, so we'd have a lot of egg on our face.
Do you reckon that that the problem was like at the end of the war, some English people were like, we're going to tell them that it was carrots all along. And then, but I think by that time, so many people had been told that it would just kind of became this semi-truthful myth. People just kind of believed it. So at the end of the one, they're like, carrots don't make you see in the dark. And Jim goes like, yeah, they do. Oh, do they? I thought we just made that up. No, really, definitely it does. How do you think Rudolph gets around?
Okay, new theory. I'm going to build upon your theory.
Yeah.
The Germans tried it, right?
Yeah.
And then they found out that was a lie, but they didn't want to feel stupid. So like, no, it did make us see better in the dark.
They did a ton of medical papers, tipped off some people.
And then the British are like, well, we don't want to sound like we made that up and then we didn't check.
Yeah.
So they're like... we know. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That is how it happened.
And that is just history.
Yeah. It also reminds me of one. It's sort of a useless facts, or not true facts.
Okay.
Lies? Okay. That somebody created with a purpose. The other one I know, and I might have said this on the podcast before, but I love this one the best. Have you heard the fact that you eat 8 spiders during your lifetime? Do you know what that was from, by any chance?
No, I don't think so. Maybe
you're such an idiot.
But that doesn't mean we haven't done it on the podcast.
I know. Oh, maybe we haven't. I don't know. But so that was a reporter who made up that myth to prove that you could publish anything and people would believe it.
All right.
It's like very specifically for the fact that people would believe a lie. They created this thing, and I believe that and basically until I learned about this, and I was like, oh, that's not true. Okay,
I've seen a case of this recently. All the early reviews for Aquaman are really positive.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you what my opinion is, but all I'm saying is that seems like a lie to me. So
it's kind of scary, isn't it? How much that we can be influenced by like media and we don't even really know. Like these are just stupid facts.
Yeah.
But they're, like in wartime, or not even in wartime. Like right now, there's plenty of propaganda that comes out there that we're probably just taking.
It's got a new name now, Nelson, in 2018.
Oh, it's fake news. Yeah. But I mean, I sort of think that stuff, even when, like how there's all these like tensions around North Korea and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, I wonder if there's, whether all of this stuff is true because really we could just be getting fed a ton of propaganda, and how would we know?
Yeah.
They talk about stories about how somebody residents come out there and it's horrible living conditions and all this stuff, and you just sort of just for a second wonder, well, maybe it's not all true.
And it's that thing as well where you're like, the people living in Korea, I mean, they're just being fed lies from their media and they're starving and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, well, where did you learn about that?
Yeah.
You learned about it from your media.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, because that's right. Over there, there's reports of propaganda saying how bad like America is, and I don't know. It's just very interesting to very eye-opening for some of these small things that we believe and take for granted and go, we can laugh about it after, like, it's so stupid that we believed that for a brief time, but what's the stuff that we're still believing that we don't know about?
These are the big questions we don't have answers to.
So let's move on. I say 2 shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This is by Z7Q6W5Y3.
Oh.
Is it meant to be a word? No. Just in case any listeners are wondering, it's not a word. They said, a vaccine to prevent autism would completely confuse anti-vaxxers. That's a good one. What would you do? What would you do as an anti-vaxxer?
Surely you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't that vaccine have the chance of also trying to cure autism, but then it also puts it back onto them and they're just not cured at all?
Probably.
That's a win-win because you don't lose anything, do you? You're just still autistic.
But then, so all the people who are against vaccines because they think it's like a government conspiracy to earn more money, then they think then it would be, if it's just like a cancelling out thing, that is a money grubbing thing.
I mean, all medicine is to make money. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah, that's true. But I think they think that it doesn't do anything and it's to make money.
Right.
As opposed to just doing something and you're suspect. Anyway.
It's I just get so tired.
I know.
When it comes to this.
Yeah. Do you know, I think they're my most hated group in the world? And
right.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
Because
a flat earther.
I was going to say flat earther.
Like that's annoying, but it's not dangerous to kids.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, that's fine. You're a fucking idiot. But I don't really
But you're just an idiot hurting you mentally.
Yeah. There's people that believe Elvis still alive. Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Cool.
I don't mind.
He's hanging with Tupac, probably.
The moon landing was fake. Don't.
Absolutely,
Yep,
sure.
that's fine. You eat 8 spiders in your lifetime. Whatever.
Yeah.
But anti-vaxxers.
Yeah. Them and faith healers.
Idiots. I'm okay with faith healers in comparison.
Because at least it's like some kind of placebo, at the very least.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, at least it's something.
But it's people
small.
that, like, I guess the thing is, like, okay, so the faith healers are lying and potentially hurting people. But I guess this one is just ignorance. Because they genuinely believe this.
Yeah. That's why it's more annoying.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah. Actually, and then also the people that deny, like, climate change and global warming, they're also up there with the annoying people. But at least it's like the effects of global warming is so slow. It's not like I can be like, ha!
Yeah. You know
idiot,
what?
We're all dying now.
This is something pretty personal. I have no reason to share, but my dad said something kind of concerning about global warming the other day.
No.
He just slyly he said something like, all these supposed greenhouse gases. I was like,
wait,
what?
That is not the bit that's disputed anyway. Like, greenhouse gases exist.
I remember just being like, wait, what? And I didn't probe because I'm like, I don't know if I
You
want...
do not want to.
Yeah,
You do not want to
know this.
unravel that thread. That's for sure. Oh God!
Oh,
Just
boy.
Enjoy the fact that you have a father now, rather than ruining that relationship forever. He's not invited to the show.
No,
if I just say that.
He's
And
an
if he
avid
is,
listener.
we're only ever talking about greenhouse gases and
Look at all this evidence.
greenhouse. Like, I've never heard that one. I've heard.
Again, this is me half remembering. It was something like that. That it just made me go,
what? Okay.
what? You're a smart man. This is...
Yes. Okay. Here's another one for you.
Sure.
This is by Captain Chloro. When people brokenly speak a second language, they sound less intelligent, but are actually more knowledgeable than most for being able to speak a second language.
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
true.
I always think this, and I know it's like probably in the racist category, I guess, or ignorant category, maybe. But when somebody speaks in broken English to me, I'm like, you're an idiot. My mind just goes straight to like, you don't know what you're doing. You don't understand the concept of life. How do you brush your teeth in the morning? I don't understand. But yeah, it's like, but no, really, like they're just a perfectly functioning person, and in fact could be more. I'm not necessarily on the bandwagon that if you know another language, then you are more intelligent. But you know, they're definitely up there in the intelligence.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's not an easy thing to learn.
Yeah.
And one of the because I mean, I don't want to shock our listeners, but neither of us know a different language.
I do.
But go on. Yes.
It's gibberish. That's a language. Oh, boom!
I'm gonna have to quit the show mid-show.
Yeah,
because of that.
I don't blame you.
No,
My friend pulled that joke on me when I was younger, and
you went. I'll store that.
I've held on to it.
That's a good one. I'll store
For
it.
like so many over 10, probably like 15 years. I've held on to that one, and I've whipped out that zinger. And I tell you what, feels great.
Good. I'm glad that you're so vindicated.
So what were you saying?
Look. What I've heard is that the weirdest thing about learning a language as well is that occasionally you will find yourself thinking in a different language without realizing you're doing it.
Yeah.
So my sister speaks a little bit of Danish.
Yeah.
She lived there for a little while. And she said, I remember her saying that, like, yeah, she remembers the first time she thought something and was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And like it switched back to English. Like, wait a minute, that wasn't English.
Yeah.
Which would be, that would freak you out, surely.
Yeah. My mum does maths in Italian.
Really?
Which I think is like really super strange.
Yeah, because how do you count? Because your fingers are always in that perpetual Italian kind of like OK symbol.
Yeah.
Makes it hard
but
to
with
count.
all the fingers together. Yeah. No, well, that's 5. You count in 5. 5, 10. So and I think it's really. I thought that was really interesting because she came to Australia when she was 18. Now she's in her 60s, like mid to late 60s, and so she struggles to speak Italian with her relatives now overseas. Like they call, she still kind of gets it,
like
but
an idiot.
She sounds like an idiot to them. But so the fact that she still does maths in Italian in her head is interesting, that it stuck with her that long, because it's like that's like a very specific thing to learn, and I guess if you learn it like in one language, you don't want to relearn maths, or no, it's not relearn, but it's like, I don't know, it just makes it more complicated.
It's like another filter your brain has to go through.
But anyway, here's a last one. We've actually gone really late already. I don't know how this happened, so I'll do one last shout out. This is by Charlie Kelly Kapowski. Somewhere, someone is sitting on a couch that has the most money through spare change than any other couch in the world, and they have no idea. Quick, Gambo, check!
No, I had to pull up that couch there. There's not much in there. I mean, there's like junk, but nothing good.
What do you reckon is the dollar amount in this couch? In the world. No, I mean like the world that the one that makes
the money couch.
The money couch. The one that has the most in change. How much do you reckon it's going up to?
Well, it
it's
depends.
like $5 or $10?
Well, because
it's 20.
You can lose
50,
you can lose a note.
Oh, okay.
Because here's what I'm thinking: there must be some house of like a drug dealer, and they've always got like loads of cash.
Oh, they're like
stashed it. There might be like a whole like a wad of cash down. Like there could be like thousands of dollars.
A pillow that is just full of cash.
So it could be like tens of thousands of dollars.
Okay.
So here's what I'm suggesting. Tonight. Go around to every drugged up den we can find. And look through their couch.
Look through their couch. Done. Easy. I've got a bunch of affiliates we can get into contact with. Okay, Campbell, let's get into Ask Reddit. Okay, we're going to do these ones fast.
Okay.
We're actually going really fast.
Quick.
Okay. This is by 84 Sheepdog. What real-life purchases feel like microtransactions?
What real-life purchases feel like microtransactions?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You probably don't deal with microtransactions as much.
Not particularly.
As I do. I realize that's a very gamer-oriented
But they're like
thing.
in-game purchases and stuff.
Yeah, it's mainly... I, for some reason, thought that this wasn't as gamer-oriented, but it pretty much
I imagine gamers in like apps.
Yeah, and apps. Yeah.
I mean, in that sense, isn't like petrol for your car? You've spent all the money on the car, but now you need to make the microtransactions to keep the car running.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Yep.
Or then just food for your body, is that? It's like, I already exist. Why do I have to
keep refueling my dumb body?
No, but something that I was thinking actually was more like because I think microtransactions are normally in games things that you don't need but want.
Yeah.
Because that's how they get you.
Right.
Can't be.
Like skins and stuff for your characters, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I know games.
In most games.
I played a game.
That's, a game.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. And I don't think there was any microtransactions. No, maybe. Do you know there's an expansion? Anyway, that's another story. But so I was thinking maybe like candy, you know?
Right, okay.
Because that doesn't really serve any purpose. Yeah. Aside from like...
It just momentarily makes you happy.
Yeah. Just a little bit of happiness.
Crystals?
Any
crystal?
Get a crystal.
Does nothing.
Any of that.
Just makes people happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Drugs?
Drugs? I feel like you still sort of get something out of that, right?
I mean, you still get something out of candy. You get enjoyment. Of like it gives you a sugar rush.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's true.
Crystals,
yeah,
nothing.
Okay. Crystals, absolutely
we need to state that real clear.
And look, I don't want to... Here's the other thing. I don't want to offend your girlfriend But I'm looking at the Christmas tree in our corner.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if a bit of follow-up.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Stacey did write in several weeks ago offering to bring over a Christmas tree and set it up.
Yep.
That has since come to pass.
Followed through with her plan.
Yep. Oh, and so this Christmas tree that she put up has lights built into it.
Yeah.
And she turned it on. She said, doesn't that look good? Do you want me to turn it off or what? And we said, just know that if you turn it off now, it won't ever come back on.
Yeah.
Or if you leave it on,
Yeah.
it won't ever turn off.
Yeah.
It's still on.
Yeah. I like how she said, well, I don't want to burn down your house, but then she left it on, knowing full well that we were not going to turn it off, and it has been on this entire time.
I told her the other day that it was still on, and she's very concerned.
yeah. It is. It's a hazard to our life.
Yeah, Stacey, if you're listening, it is smoking at the moment, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah. But still can't be bothered.
Yeah. Do tune into the podcast next week to see if our Christmas tree is still on.
Yeah. Quick side note about Christmas and present giving and Secret Santa, Reddit Secret Santa. I looked at my my Secret Santa's
Profile.
His Reddit profile to try and get some comments.
Yep.
Because I was maybe trying to get a picture of his dogs if he'd gone to r/or.
Yep.
Nothing. The most boring and bland comments. Comments quite a lot, but it's just like
Cool.
little things that add to the concept. Almost like that, you know. Maybe there's a bit of like a bit more in detail like that, like some personal experiences or something. But often in the r/relationship advice group, and it's just like them giving random advice, but not necessarily always about experiences about. So bland. I have nothing to go on at
Chocolate.
all. They said Asian snacks. I think I'm just going to get them Asian snacks, and that's it. Which to me is a really not great present.
But look, to be fair, they're not a great person to buy presents for. So I don't know. I actually realized when you said that you were going to do that because I essentially only have a Reddit profile for the Secret Santa.
Yeah.
So if someone were to do that to me, I think my profile's like blank.
Yeah, you wouldn't have anything. Yeah. But you put a little bit of detail. I think you did, right? You said that you wrote some stuff. It's fine.
I think I'm
fine.
mainly.
Did you mention the podcast?
Yeah.
See, I did that too.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that
look. If you're the person that got me and you're listening, there's 114 episodes.
Yeah,
you could really get to know me.
Yeah, and don't be lazy. No, I think I said on my person, I said like I feel like I wrote quite a bit about myself, and then I said I'm also doing this podcast. If you want to, you can listen to the episodes, but don't feel obliged because we know how hard it is. So just to get through an episode. I'm gonna. That's enough. Ask Red.
Okay,
we did one. So let's get into podnapping.
Oh my God! I'm being podnapped.
Podnapping.
Yes, this is a newish segment called Podnapping, where each week we take turns in stealing another segment or topic of conversation from a podcast we've listened to,
and it's been podnapped.
And then it's been podnapped. Mm-hmm.
And like any real life kidnapping, we hold the segment for ransom until the podcast pays us money.
Yes.
Yeah.
$33,000.
Yeah, yes, that was the agreed upon amount.
So
who's the fool this week, Nelson?
The bloody fool is the Who Would Win podcast.
Ooh.
And let me tell you, I actually struggled to get a podcast this week because you know what I learned? There are a bunch of terrible podcasts in the world.
I know, we're on one.
We are one of them, obviously. But I thought we were like the exception to the rule.
No.
But no, there's
we prove the rule.
We prove that it's so easy to make a crappy podcast. Yep. So yeah, there was a bunch of terrible ones, and I was like, oh god, I've got nothing to choose from. But just this morning, I found this Who Would Win podcast. I think they follow us on Twitter or something. And
good stuff.
And it's really good.
It's
like pretty entertaining.
Yeah,
it's kind of pretty relaxing. So essentially, the idea is they have lots of different methods, but they like choose some fantasy characters and they say who would win in a fight. But sometimes the fight isn't like a fight to the death sort of thing. It could be like a challenge or something like that. And they go through and they discuss why one would win over the other.
Sure.
So I asked you earlier today to pick 6.
Yep.
And I've also picked 6. So you're going to have to feel for a second.
Okay. Filling. Okay, Nelson's actually got up and walked away from the desk. Now, this is very confusing. He's run over to his desk, and he's frantically getting... Is that... Nelson, are you getting Dungeons & Dragons dice?
Yeah, well, I'm getting dice.
He's getting Dungeons & Dragons dice specifically. And he's back. And
okay, you're in a cavern, and ahead of you, you see some fire. It's coming out of the mouth of a dragon.
Right.
Roll initiative. But not really. I just wanted to get a dice.
Yeah.
So the idea is that this is like kind of random, you know, because you don't want to line up one with each other.
Sure.
So you've got 6, I've got 6.
Sure.
So if you number yours 1 to 6, how about you go through yours? What are the 6 people that you chose?
Okay, so you told me that this is a thing about, you know, like who would win in a fight and things like that.
Yeah.
And you actually said to me, don't go the super obvious like Superman.
Yeah, that's boring. It's boring.
So I thought, well, what's better than muscle? Brains.
Oh, brains is good. Brains is good.
Here are the list of people that are going to be helping me.
Okay.
Character number 1, Arthur Dent. He is from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
He's the main character.
He's got a towel.
He has that towel.
Okay, that's a big win.
Yep. Number 2, Elizabeth Bennet.
Why? These people are the worst.
She's from Pride and Prejudice.
No.
And she is a well-to-do lady.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, sure.
I've gone classic literature a lot.
Okay.
Pip from Great Expectations.
I don't even know what Great Expectations is.
It's a Charles Dickens novel.
Oh,
Nelson.
my God. Okay.
About
Pip,
who is given to... It's not important. He's a clever man.
Okay.
Though he's young and ambitious.
Okay.
Aunt May from Spider-Man.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
She kick ass.
Here's one that I think you and I will both appreciate, but maybe not so much the listeners. Burt Macklin.
What?
That is the fictional alter ego of Andy Dwyer from Parks and Recreations, the FBI agent.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And then just 'cause I thought I might need someone that might actually help me in some way, I put the doctor.
Okay. Oh, I can't believe I didn't think of the doctor. Yeah. That's good. Okay. If this was a fight, 6 on 6, I think I would win.
Well, I don't know, because I know that you might not be familiar with Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
But are you familiar with Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, the movie that came out a few years ago, in which Elizabeth Bennet, quite the ass-kicking lady.
Oh.
This isn't that one, though. This is the...
This is just the original one. Lady. Okay. Just listeners, just make up your own mind of what you think my characters would do to Cambo's characters.
Just remember, I've got Aunt May, and the one I have is
Aunt
the one
May's
from the
pretty good.
Tobey Maguire movies.
Yeah, okay.
No, Marissa Tomei from the new ones, she's too young and fit. Didn't want it.
Rubbish.
Not enough life experience.
Legolas from Lord of the Rings.
Boring.
Yeah. I mean...
Snooze-a-rama.
I'm pretty sure recently we watched the second one, and we said... I wonder if that bit where he slides down on the shield is still cool. And we watched it and we said, yep, still cool.
Fun fact, in our Dungeons and Dragons game that we play, there's a character called Leganto.
Yeah.
And that is actually a combination of Legolas and Orlando from Orlando Bloom, who plays Legolas.
Yes.
Very lazily slapped together into the name Legando.
Yes, and he also called his hometown Gyllenhaal after Jake Gyllenhaal. Anyway, I also have The Mask.
Oh, yeah, okay. Stanley Ipkiss is his name.
Yes, Stanley Ipkiss. Well, not Stanley Ipkiss, The Mask.
Right, so it's just The Mask?
Well,
does someone need to put the mask on?
Legolas puts the mask.
Oh, shit! Can you imagine? Because, like, when Stanley Ipkiss puts it on...
Yeah. He just becomes a love...
He's in, like, a big yellow, gangster suit with Tommy guns.
Yeah,
What happens if Legolas puts it on?
Yeah,
Because the mask, and correct me if I'm wrong about the lore of the mask, is actually the mask of Loki the Mischievous.
Okay.
And that's why he's so mischievous.
Right.
So does he turn into Loki from the Marvel movies?
Maybe.
We can't say
We'll
no.
only find out. Okay. Then I have Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
Then I have Ron Weasley.
Oh, that's a
from
waste.
Harry Potter.
Waste of a spot.
He was... I mean, I don't want to judge your Pride and Prejudice chick over Ron Weasley, but I feel like they're on par.
Here's my problem with Ron Weasley. Let me spell it out for you.
Yeah, he's a redhead.
I'm fine with that. In the first movie, if you remember, they're playing like a giant chess thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like he needlessly sacrifices himself because he stays on the horse as it moves.
He does stay on the horse.
Get off the horse.
Yeah.
It's so easy. Why did you try and sacrifice yourself?
Do you know what I think is more brilliant?
What?
Is that J.K. Rowling put him on the horse in the book without knowing that it would be a movie adaptation. So that when you got to the movie, it was very easy for him to be on the horse and for the other piece to attack the horse and not him. Yeah. If he had been any other piece, then you would presume that he would have to hit.
Yeah.
That would have had to hit Ron. So I think that was genius writing in the making. She didn't even realize it, but she was writing for a movie.
I think it was a fluke.
Yeah, it was a fluke.
Okay, Ron Weasley.
Okay, Ron Weasley.
So we were meant to speed this up, weren't we?
You like this one. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia gang.
Okay, the whole gang.
The whole gang.
Right, yeah. And Danny DeVito's always got that gun.
He's got that gun.
Yeah,
he brings a gun to everything.
That's good.
That might upset people who have never seen it. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I feel like every other one people kind of know. But anyway, my last one, Jackie Chan.
Right. Not any of his characters, just Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan is all these characters.
That's true. He had that animated series. Remember that? The Adventures of Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is included.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's toughy.
So what we're going to do is we're going to roll dice. I'm going to roll dice, and you roll dice.
Yep.
And you number your ones 1 to 6. And we say who versus who.
Yep.
And then I also have some scenarios.
Ooh, okay.
So,
come on, Elizabeth Bennet.
I will... Okay, I got a 1, so I've got Legolas.
Legolas, okay. Oh, I don't
feel
good about this. This is not good about this. Elizabeth Bennet. All right. What's the circumstance, Nelson?
Now, the circumstance I've written down...
Because I should mention this. Elizabeth Bennet, she does come with Mr. Darcy, so better look out. He can say some things about you in polite society that...
You know what? I didn't put, like, a rap battle, but I should. In fact, I'm tempted to change one. Okay. You can change one to rap battle, okay? Mm-hmm. The first one is... I put sumo ring.
Yep.
But they can be pushed out, you know?
Yep.
And it doesn't have to be a fight to death.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Oh,
this is... yeah, okay.
So are you going to list the examples?
I'm going to go through all of them. And then I'm going to roll.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Okay.
Yep,
so that was the first one. Pie eating contest. Mm-hmm. Street fight. Just street fight. Normal street fight to the death.
It's a regular... It's your everyday street fight.
Surviving on a desert island.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hardware store. Lots of stuff they could use.
Yep.
Scavenger hunt.
Okay.
So that's 6 I got. Would you like to change one of those with rap battle? Because I feel like you might get the leg up on Legolas.
Let's change scavenger hunt.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty lame. All right, here we go. Yeah, and it's gone to rap battle. Okay.
Oh dear.
Lucky you changed that one. Okay, look. So you're gonna have to tell me more about your characters as a whole. Okay, because nobody knows who they are.
I think she's one of the most famous literature characters in history, Nelson.
No, that's Mona Lisa.
That's a painting.
Yeah, no, sorry, I was thinking of Girl with a Pale Earring.
That's a painting.
Yeah, but there was a book. And it was about a girl. Why
do you keep thinking of paintings? Anyway, Elizabeth Bennet, she's a Jane Austen character, which means she's a woman who is kind of out of place in her society because she's a free thinker, Nelson.
Oh, free thinker.
Yes. Okay. And she is kind of betrothed to someone, but she doesn't want that. She doesn't want to be married, and that's very shocking.
Okay.
And then this solemn man that's very rude, Nelson, Mr. Darcy, comes to town. But you wouldn't believe it.
Right.
Elizabeth falls in love with him.
What?
And everyone goes, but Elizabeth, no. This is against the norm. We're very old-fashioned in this current time.
Okay.
But they fall in love.
Yes, I see.
But I must say, in a rap battle, because she is from the penmanship of Jane Austen, one of the greatest authors of all time.
Yes.
She can certainly turn a phrase.
Okay. But I think that's true. Mm-hmm. But the problem is You've got the issue of like, that kind of well-to-do language.
Yeah,
like very what do you call it? Like
proper English.
Proper English. Yeah. That's a bit too fancy in a rap battle. I think.
I mean, yours is the Tolkien character.
Yes.
Not so far removed from classic English literature, may I remind you.
Here's the benefit Legolas has got. Okay,
go on.
He grabs a mic. Wait, first what he does is
does he skateboard in on a shield?
He's there's a big stair. Okay. He slides down on the shield,
takes
down
out
the
an
stairs,
orc.
Takes down an orc with one arrow, but he's got a second arrow. He fires that into the mic. It bounces off the wall, and then as he lands, he grabs the mic back from the bounce back, right? That's just his opening act.
At the moment, this is all flash.
No
substance.
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't that most of a rap battle?
No,
I think it's the rapping. Rapping is a very big part of it.
They're normally not very flashy at all.
Yeah, they normally just stand up there with a hoodie on and go nuts. Okay. But he knows Elvish and English. Boom. If you can rap in two different languages...
Does the crowd also know Elvish, or is that just a wasted tongue on this crowd?
Well, I imagine half of them are elves.
Right. They've come
and half of them are humans to support listeners.
They're just stuffy Englishmen and women that have come from some ball.
Yeah, that's right. And a few elves there. So half the crowd is going to love it more than the other half because of that... little hint of Elvish in there. I do think some of the drawbacks to being rap, because rap battle is like you diss the other person, right? Long blonde hair doesn't really help a guy when you're battling. It's not like if Eminem has short hair for that exact reason. He's like, I don't want to.
You're not going to get me on this one.
Not going to get me on the hair, that's for sure.
I mean, it is still a dumb blonde, but you'll notice it's very short.
Yeah, so, but yours is a woman, so there's that.
Well, Nelson, one of my favorite rappers, is a woman.
Yeah.
And she can spit like no one's business.
Yeah, well...
I'm not talking of Elizabeth Bennet, even though she's a great rapper in her own right. That is one of the lost chapters of Pride and Prejudice.
No, but I meant more in the sense that in the old English times, she has less rights.
Right.
So I feel like that could be a big diss.
But that's very much
you're getting... you made forced to marry, huh? That sucks.
But that's very sympathetic.
I'm glad I'm not in the rap battle.
That, as a rap battle lyric, is quite sympathetic to the person. They're like, oh, man, that really sucks. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, but then he says, yo-ho.
Oh, no.
That's how
he's done it.
That's how he gets it.
He's done a derogatory turn.
Yeah. So, okay, I think it does come down to the disses more than that. Okay, so Legolas. He's got long hair. Can't resist the power of the ring. Is another thing.
Yep. So I guess it's who has more to make fun of.
Okay.
So
yeah,
he's okay. This might actually be the advantage to Elizabeth Bennet.
Yeah,
because there's nothing particularly unique about her.
Okay, she's
really
just bland.
But there's less to make fun of for that reason.
Yeah,
there's nothing outlandish or what do you get? Oh, nice dress. And she'll be like, everyone wears this dress. We all wear the same dress all the time.
Yeah.
And Legolas will be like,
oh, damn.
Good brown hair.
Yeah.
Like it's England in the early 18th. A lot of us have brown hair.
Yeah, okay. She's very genetic. In fact, I think this is the end rap battle of 8 Mile.
Yeah. She says, I know what you're going to say about me. You got nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Legolas has to concede.
Yeah.
But in doing so, he shoots her in the face. Because what's she going to do? And then everybody cheers. Do you know why? Because he's holding arrows to the crowd now.
He's not a good loser.
He's not a good loser. He says, cheer for me or else.
I mean, Elizabeth Bennet won, but at what cost?
I don't know why, Stanley. It wasn't worth it.
Didn't even get a Nintendo Wii.
Okay. You've won that one. can I say, very lucky we added rap battling, because I'm pretty sure everything else you would have been destroyed in. Surviving on a desert island? I don't think so, Elizabeth.
She would not have done well. She says, but when is supper served? And I would have been like, oh, Elizabeth, you got a lot to learn, honey. Oh, boy.
All right. Well, now it's time for our last segment,
Yep.
the Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, the listener, can write in and ask us anything you want.
Mm-hmm. So I got a question here from Cousin Ron,
Yes.
of course, as he does every week, writing in. He says, gentlemen, you are correct. The wombat is the animal that does cube-shaped poo, which was his
Nailed
question
it.
last week. Yes. Also, a group of wombats is called a wisdom, which I thought was pretty cool. Nice to see Stacey has started to contribute. Back off, Rowan.
There's a
That's
bit of a dig. I'm kind of like, oh, it's about time.
Yeah, you're either insulting her or cracking onto her, and I'm not happy with either.
Either one.
You have joked in the past about your interchangeable personalities. AMA 63.0. This one's directed at me, so this is why I read it. Cambo, if you died unexpectedly, do you think it's okay for Stacey and Nelson to start dating? Why or why not? Cheers, Cousin Ron.
Oh, God. That's a pretty weird one.
It's a pretty weird one. First
glad
of all,
that it's
you said
directed at
died
you.
unexpectedly. I gotta tell you, Ron, I'm very suspicious about this death.
Yeah.
If this is what happens immediately after, I'm very suspicious about this death.
It's good. I can blame it all on Rowan.
Well, okay, so this is kind of interesting because, Nelson, I'm going to tell you something that was said about you, but when you were not around.
Okay. It's about how handsome I was.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I don't even remember why this came up. I think it was something to do with we were all going somewhere, and Stacey had said, well, what we need to do now is we'll get Nelson a girlfriend, and then we'll just double date everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
And then she said, but I don't know who, because essentially he just needs to date me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which I think makes sense.
Yeah.
In not a weird way.
Yeah, no,
in just a little bit of a weird way.
but I understood what she meant is like, the personality type that she is.
Yeah.
Which is pretty carefree and loves video games and whatnot.
Yeah.
Would also be well suited to you.
Yeah.
But I got there first, so back off!
Does she have a sister?
She does.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, done. Let's get that going.
Cool.
I don't want to have to do any of the texting back and forth and such.
I will only. This is the only thing I'll tell you about her sister.
Well,
she loves Christmas even more than.
No, that's a deal breaker. That is a deal breaker.
So this is something I didn't tell you about, and I won't go too much into it because we're running late. But I was forced to go to Stacey's parents' house last night and watch her and her sister set up a Christmas tree.
Oh my
Don't ask any
God.
questions. But at the time, they also put on the movie The Santa Claus. Because that's what they like to watch.
That's the Tim Allen one,
yes.
right? Okay.
And
that's a good one.
My comment was not well received when I said, isn't this the movie in which Santa Claus is murdered at the beginning?
Yeah.
And I was met with a very harsh, if you don't like it, you can just go.
I mean, wait, is he murdered? Doesn't he?
Dies.
Yeah, he slips off the roof.
Because of Tim Allen's dumb ladder.
Didn't he say... Oh, wait, what happens?
He slips off Tim Allen's roof.
Yeah.
And instead of alerting any authorities, Tim Allen steals all of his clothes and his sleigh and just takes his job.
But doesn't he disappear? Doesn't his body disappear?
The point is, Santa. The start of that movie is the death of a man.
Right. Do you know what's funny?
What?
Actually.
The death of a man?
The unexpected way in which I was going to kill you was from a ladder incident.
And you watch my body disappear and you're like, oh my God, he was Santa.
That's weird. He hated Christmas so much. I guess you would.
Cover.
I guess you would if it's your job, right? Sam does not enjoy. He has to work one day a year. The rest of the year, he's like, this is fine.
And everyone keeps reminding him that it's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, just 2 more weeks to Christmas. Yeah, I fucking get it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a mark on your list, John.
I mean, I don't know you.
So what you're saying is, yes, it would be okay for us to date. I don't think I would, to be honest. No offense to Stacey or you, but it would be way too weird.
Yeah.
I think. I would.
What if it's my dying wish?
Oh,
then
that's
so weird. But then I, in the afterlife, would be very amused.
Yeah, you'd be like, this is so awkward for them.
Yeah, I'm never going to check up because it looks so awkward.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to haunt them. That's weird.
It was funny for the first 5 minutes. Now I never want to see it again because it's just too weird. Yeah, okay. I would tell you that I would accept your dying wish, but then never follow through.
Yeah, that's fine.
And in fact, I would tell Stacey that it was your dying wish that we were never together.
Okay. So there you go, Rowan. Never, ever, ever.
Just another thought. Stacey's mum. She got it going on. Bet she loves that one.
Yeah.
Why would though? I mean, really, it's her mum's fault.
But
for calling
when
her
her mum named her Stacey, the song by Fortunes of Wayne, Stacey's mum, was not released. So how would she have foreseen that?
Was it? When did that come out?
Like the late 90s?
Yeah, but it was implied that it was coming out.
There was rumblings.
There was
back in 1989. There was a big rumbling that there was going to be a song about a Stacey's mum.
Yeah. Because then there was. Never mind. Okay. Here's another one we've got.
Okay.
This is by Dylan. He says, "Hey guys, as it's been established recently, you're both the villain of the show, so this question seems suited. If you couldn't be convicted of any one type of crime, what criminal charge would you like to be immune to? Cheers for the show, Dylan."
Ooh. I would want to pick a crime that it's not even like a big crime. Like you could be like, I can never be convicted of robbery and I'll rob all the banks and stuff.
Yeah.
I want something that's just going to be super annoying to authorities.
Okay.
Like jaywalking or something. And I'll just keep jaywalking all over the city. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm
Just
like,
in front of
what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
What?
Can't get me.
I've got that badge.
Yeah. Like littering. Just something where people be like, oh, come on, man. I'm like, sorry.
You're like, that's the worst, because you're still a dick.
Yeah.
Because littering is illegal because it's bad for the environment. But I guess you can do it.
And I'll be like, well, if you don't pick it up, you're kind of littering.
Yeah,
really.
when you think about it, when you think about the technicality that we've fallen into right now. Okay. I think I think for jaywalking, like I jaywalk all the time.
What?
So no.
There's been one big sting, Nelson. Taking 113 episodes, but you've admitted it. Now you're under arrest.
Finally got there. That's convenient. Yeah, I know. So I think the crime that I would want, probably murder.
Right.
Because I've always wanted to murder someone.
Rowan,
but the thought of...
Your email is coming suspiciously true. Nelson wants to get away with murdering.
Yes. I mean, I haven't worked out a way just yet.
Yeah.
Though. So you're safe, which is why I've gone for the unexpected latter death.
But you wouldn't need to work out a way. You could just stab me with a knife and get away with it.
Yeah, but I've got that badge.
That's what I mean. Like, you wouldn't have to think of a sneaky way to murder me. Just chuck me off the balcony.
Yeah. It'd be so easy.
Yeah. Why am I giving you ideas?
You'd probably get suspicious if one day I came in with a big grin on. Hey, you know that thing I've always wanted? Finally came true. But if not murder, then robbery would be good. Mm-hmm. Just walk in and take somebody's money.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it? I suppose they could still beat me up and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
it doesn't stop people from
legally you are covered, but if you steal for the wrong person, they come after you with a fiery vengeance.
I need to steal,
and they're immune from murder.
Yeah,
then you're in trouble.
I feel like I would then need to steal from the government.
What about insider trading?
Yeah,
you can make so much money.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. That's pretty good. And because
they just can't stop you.
And then you could give people the other money as gifts that are helping you. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's probably still illegal from them. It's probably,
but not for you.
But not for me. I'd pretend that it's fine for them. I'd show them the badge I have and tell them that I can get away with it, and so they can too.
What if you're like, the crime I can't be convicted of is counterfeiting, and here's my badge to prove it, and they'd be like, we don't even know if the badge is real.
Oh,
he could have counterfeited it, but I don't want to arrest him because if it's real, then we can't arrest him for it. Just really mind games with the police.
And you could counterfeit so many badges for so many other people.
It's true. What are they going to do? Nothing.
Okay, no, this is my real one.
Okay.
I think it would be... Okay, one of two. Can't get a parking ticket.
That's good. Yeah, I like
God,
that.
parking tickets are so annoying.
Yeah.
Or speeding. Because I don't think I'm a speeder, right?
Yeah.
But occasionally I might be, a couple of Ks
feel
over
the
or
need.
something. Like there'll be occasions where I'm not paying attention, and I don't know. But I'm not a hoon, but occasionally I'll just go a bit over,
Yeah.
and then I might get a camera. So if I can just avoid that altogether, it'd be great, because I don't feel like I'm a danger to society as such.
I would have to pick, I think, the parking fine, because I would abuse that more than I would abuse the speeding, I think.
Yeah. I would buy more cars just to park in more places. Just so that-
wherever you are, you've got a car nearby.
Yeah. But just to annoy the parking inspectors. I hate parking.
Like, you could be in a 2-hour parking spot, and you could just loudly be like, been there 3 hours?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'd just sit on the bonnet of my car, just telling people as they go past, 45 minutes over, don't worry about it. Radio. That's it for another show.
Oh my God.
We've
made it.
Thank you for writing in, Rowan and Dylan.
Yep.
If you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, READIT podcast at gmail.com.
Yep.
You can also reach us on Facebook, at Twitter, and our subreddit. They're all READIT podcast.
Or you can just call us on our mobile, 0403 742 816.
I feel sorry for that person.
Subscribe and review us
Subscribe.
on iTunes would be fantastic.
Do you know what I just realized went on? Instagram. Shit. We're not getting the young kids
Nelson,
involved in the Reddit on Reddit podcast.
I run multiple business Instagrams, and let me tell you, businesses don't do that well on Instagram.
Yeah. We need a hot influencer model that can join the podcast.
Yeah.
Male or female, and then they get an Instagram account, and then they talk about it a lot. That's how you do it.
Brilliant. We'll be on Instagram very soon.
Yeah. If you're a hot model, male or female,
READIT podcast
at gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and we will read you later.